Good afternoon all, I'm Patrick Lacey, the Tugboat pOrca. At Loch Awe in Scotland at the moment. We were hoping to do a nice mile attempt this weekend, but temperature's just a little bit too warm at 6.2. Warm, he says. So that's not going to happen, but we're just going to have a mile swim anyway and see how that goes. Whilst I'm hanging around waiting for my swim to start, what I thought I'd do is just a really quick tips on how to prepare your kit for after you swim. Well, certainly something that works for me. It's some advice. You may want to take it, you may not, but it could be the difference between being very cold or nice and toasty afterwards. So we'll see how we do. So here we are in my luxurious room here at the, I think it's a youth hostel. Anyway, so first things is a cooler bag, or an insulated bag, more to the point. Easy to get. You can get them from your local fishmongers or wherever. Waitrose, probably, for escorting home with cold gear. Anyway, my first thing I do is, and I can be a bit too handy with this, is I'll put in my hoodie, because that is the last thing that I'm going to wear or put on when I get out. Next, hot water bottle, and these long ones are really good because, again, you can put them on, you can put them on under your hoodie. And the idea of doing this, of course, is that you keep your clothes warm. Then I want to put everything in reverse order for me. So this is a long sleeve thermal top, a light t-shirt, thick sports leggings, and if it is really cold, you could actually put some additional long johns on as well, but it just depends on really what you like. Long, very woolly socks, and turned half inside out, so I can actually slip my feet into them quite quickly. Then my towel, and this is just a Turkish cotton Hammam towel. They're not particularly expensive, but really absorbent and quick to dry. And then another hot water bottle on the top, and then I will seal this up. And on this bag is a long tag rather than just the typical small zip. Why? Because of course your hands can be really cold afterwards, and dealing with small zips with cold hands, it's not a good idea. So I'm just going to put the camera down for 1 second. And that now is ready to go. What I would also do is have a second smaller bag that I would put my change robe in, that I'd normally be wearing down to wherever I'm going to swim. I'd take that off, put it into another insulated bag, and that way when I get out it's still going to retain some of the body heat. You could put a water bottle in there as well, depending on how cold it is. And that way you're putting on something that's warm and dry straight after your swim. And then when you get back to this little lovely, everything should be ready. And the other final point is the boots for me. And you can get these really nice hand warmers, which are very useful and do work. Oh, there we go. 2, 3. So that now is going to be really toasty. If I pop those inside my boots will be nice and toasty when I get out. And you could actually put your socks in there too. The other thing is just to make yourself some, effectively get some old socks, fill them with, as long as they haven't got holes, fill them with some sort of pulses. Anything will do really, as long as they're old dry ones, and sew them up and then pop them in the microwave for say 2.5 minutes. And if you stuff those in here, then your boots will be really toasty. And that is it. Really simple. Yes, I put a dry robe on, other brands are available afterwards, but this means you retain, or you get some body heat quite quickly, and it is all about what works for you, but certainly recommended. The other thing is, if you're not comfortably built like myself, I would certainly suggest changing the order of your clothing in here so that you're putting your upper body clothing on first, because you need to get your core warm, and that may mean you want to restructure where you put hot water bottles, because you may want to have one of those. Certainly the long tube ones, put that around your tummy, but hopefully this will help. We shall see. And of course I managed to get one really important thing, which is one of these. This is a, well, it's basically a lidded mug. What I'd really suggest is, certainly if you haven't got a thermos and you're at a venue where you can get teas and coffees, is if you have an insulated mug, make your tea beforehand, lid on, and with a sip sort of style top, because there's nothing worse than having a cup of tea in your hands and doing that when you get out. Not only may you burn your skin, you won't feel it at the time, but you may later, but it also means you get to drink more of the drink, which quite frankly is what you need. So a very worthy and worthwhile purchase. Something for the Christmas list for those people that may just give you dreadful socks or knickers. There you go.